What is up, guys? Keon Bai here. Tower Fantasy global servers have just recently launched, as well as the pre-registration rewards of the 10 limited summons have just been unlocked. So I wanted to make this guide showing you guys how you guys can reroll for a double SSR account or even possibly a Nemesis account. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we begin, I want to answer the 3 most asked questions on my Twitch channel regarding rerolling. The first question being, do you need a reroll to be able to complete all the content and enjoy Tower Fantasy? The answer is absolutely not. Even as a free-to-play, if you guys just start the game without rerolling, you guys will be able to complete all the content, whether it's through matchmaking or just your own solo prowess. And after about a month or 2 of playing the game, most players should be able to get all the standard SSR characters, so it won't really matter too much in the long run. However, for the second question, if that's the case, why should someone reroll? The answer to that is, if you guys end up rerolling, you guys can pretty easily start with the SSR that caught your guys' attention, that you guys really wanted to play the game with, and that could definitely improve your enjoyment of the game, because I do know some people that start off with an SSR that's not so great, and they find the game not as entertaining, not as fun. And then the second option is that if you guys reroll for a little bit longer, a little bit harder, you guys can start off with a double SSR account, which will definitely boost your early game power to be able to rank pretty well in the Bygone Phantasm, which is the Endless Abyss, or just the other game modes as well too. And lastly, if you guys are really willing to give it a lot of rerolls as well as patience, you guys can end up rerolling and getting the limited SSR character that you currently see on the screen of Nemesis. She is definitely one of the best characters in the game and worth rerolling for, but if you guys just play the game normally, you guys should be able to get her, but that doesn't guarantee that you guys will be able to get the next limited SSRs to come up right afterwards. If you guys do end up rerolling, you guys will be able to save enough summons for this character as well as the next character to come. Now, the third question I get asked often on Twitch is, I've already started playing this game, I'm about a week or 2 in, but I don't really like the SSRs I have. Should I reroll? My answer to that is, if you really don't like the SSRs you have, I think it's absolutely okay for you to reroll if you guys lose about a week or 2 weeks of progress. It doesn't affect you much. The only thing you really end up losing out on is your daily bounties and your vitality, which can be easily recovered through the dark crystals you end up saving through having your desired reroll, whether it's a double SSR or it's a Nemesis account. But if you guys really don't hate your SSRs, I would just say stick with it. You've already spent a lot of time in it. If you guys have a lot of time but not a lot of money, maybe consider rerolling. If you're already logged into an account and want to know how to log out, you'll have to go to the launcher, and on the top right there will be these 3 lines, and when you click on that, there will be a drop down for log out. Once you get to this pop-up here, you're going to hit the register button, then you're going to put your continent, your region, your date of birth, and agree to all terms. And once you do that, you're going to put your email address. I recommend you guys do this reroll process with the Gmail, because Gmails allow for email salting. What that essentially does is it takes your base email, such as keylimetof@gmail.com, then you end up putting a plus and a series of numbers and symbols at the end of it to be able to create multiple emails with that same email, so you don't have to go the process of creating new emails over and over again. And when you see here, I'm going to hit send for that verification code to keylimetof+6@gmail.com. You guys will see here it ends up being in this email here at this point for keylimetof+6@gmail.com. You check the other one, it's at +5@gmail.com. And if you check the base mail, it is sent to keylimetof@gmail.com. So if you guys want to learn more about salting, feel free to Google it. But if not, just take that verification code and put it in and hit continue, and put in your password of any sort and hit continue from there. Once you've made your account, just hit launch. So to begin, you are going to pick your server. Make sure you guys pick your correct region. You guys can cross server for matchmaking related content, but for PvP as well as overworld things, that is going to pretty much be server based. So make sure you guys pick the right one. A good server, if you guys are playing on North America, is going to be Solaris. If Solaris is full, another good server is going to be New Era. Let's go and find New Era over here. There it is. And we're going to enter. As soon as you enter, you guys will be able to hit that skip button on top right if you want to skip the dialogue. When you pick your gender, make sure you guys pick the gender that you guys want to be, because you cannot change your gender later down the road. Real quick, I do want to say you can change your name in-game if you do end up naming yourself something you don't want to be. You have to go to the shop on the top right, then go to the hot, and then identity update card. It does cost 300 dark crystals, which is equivalent to 2 single summons. So we're going to pick a female here. You guys can change how your character looks as much as you want for a small amount of dark crystals or the in-game currency, as well as you can use different simulacra if you want to change how your character looks, but you cannot change the main character's gender once again. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's a pretty big thing, because I know a lot of people have been like playing the game and they want to change genders to make a different character, but they cannot. All right, once you guys load in, you guys will pick up the sword. And once you pick up the sword, you can hit that skip button again in a second. And once you load in, you're going to want to click that attack button one time. It might be left mouse button if you are on PC. And then you want to move away. If you guys have to go through some more prompts, go ahead and finish them out. But if you attack once and then like dash, you'll cancel the rest of the tutorial prompts. Then you're going to want to go to the next cutscene where you're going to encounter the Cerberus dog thing and go through the prompts here. You can't skip this, so just smash your left mouse button, right mouse button, space bar, all the keys that they tell you to do. There's going to be one more prompt here at the end to jump. And once that's done, you're just going to follow the blue arrows down. Make sure you take advantage of your dashes that you have on your right side. You're going to swing your sword one time to break down this electrical barrier. And here, you're just going to run past them. I don't recommend you waste the time fighting them. You get nothing out of it. The green box as well here doesn't give you much, so just skip that as well. Run to the end of the bridge, and you'll enter a small cutscene where you pass out, hit the skip button. And once you load back in, you'll want to talk to the NPC Zeke on your left. You're going to hit the skip button as well, too. So here we are. Skip on top, skip the cutscene, talk to Zeke. Hit skip again after a few dialogue markers. And once you get to this point here, if you guys, you're going to pick up the sword. And if you have a fast computer, you want to Alt F4 as soon as you hit that, as soon as you pick up that sword. But if you don't have a fast computer, feel free to watch the cutscene. It lasts about a minute, minute and a half. But you can also probably do this on phone as well too if your phone does load the game fast. This will allow you to skip the entire cutscene where it introduces you to Mia and shows you like the world. And when you do Alt F4, there is going to be no queue time. If your server for some reason at this point does have a queue, it's very unlikely, but just in case it does, you won't get queued back in. Once you load in, you're going to go over to your right side and go meet up with Shirley and Mia. And it's going to ask you which kind of running mode you'd like to pick. I recommend do auto sprint. And you're going to run on ahead using your dashes past Shirley because she runs kind of slow. You can see she's all the way back there. And once you get to the side of the ship here, you're going to want to jump on the booster, or whatever this thing is, the engine, and climb up to the top. And you'll see this golden ball up top here, which is a single gold nucleus summon. So while she's still making her way down, you might as well grab that. Then you're going to want to jump off the boat or the ship and then hold down your attack key to do a plunge attack. And it'll do a diagonal plunge attack here. You can also just choose to walk down the ship if you want, if that's a little bit too advanced for you. Then you're going to walk up to Celine and it's going to give you a little dialogue. Hit the skip button. It'll have you design your character here. If you have designed a character before, the game will ask you if you want to use your previously used character, which I recommend, especially if you want to have a certain look to your character. But remember, they do give you a free redesign ticket for one of the pre-registration rewards, I believe. And if you do want to redesign your character more down the line, it's only 100 dark crystals, which is less than a single summon. Once you have your character design, you want to talk to Celine again. Hit the skip button. And just jump over the railing here. Or you can go down the stairs if you want as well too. Once you're down here, you're going to sit next to Paulu. Wait for Shirley to come around. Once you're in this dialogue part, you can hit that skip button after a few text bubbles. You're going to run over to the drone. You're going to jump on it with your interaction key. On PC, it should be the F key. And you got to just kind of sit on this drone for a good bit of time. Just spam your F key if you want and just look away from your computer because there's nothing to be done here other than interact with these bat balls flying in the sky. There is a minor shortcut you can take in this, and I will show you guys that minor shortcut. It'll only save you a few seconds if you guys want to be a little bit more active in this reroll. Otherwise, you can just ride this drone all the way to the end of the ride. It's gonna climb up the mountain and wrap all the way around back to the base as well. Once you're at this point here, past this wall, you can use the drop-down key here, or it's tilde on the keyboard for PC. And you can run across the bridge to go to Palu. You can see the drone is flying over there. That's basically what you'd be riding if you wanted to just hold and stay on it for the rest of the time to take you automatically there with being lazy. And if you go to Palu, it'll start the next dialogue. You hit the skip key on the top right after a few text. And you're gonna go with Shirley around the corner to the bar. You can just wait right here and Shirley will end up coming here and it'll activate the next part. Hit that skip key. And now Shirley's gonna come right on this edge. You gotta wait for her to talk to her. And after you talk to her, she's gonna run across the bridge. She's a little bit faster this time, so there's not really much time to be able to get anything. If you want, you can maybe go grab that black nucleus summon right there, but I don't really recommend it because she's pretty quick. And once she gets to this point here, you're just gonna talk to her again. And go through the dialogue. Hit skip. And then you're gonna head inside this hut. Grab the boss cube by pressing your interaction key, F on PC once again, and you're gonna throw it inside of that machine. And once the yellow diamond pops up, you're gonna bump into it and it'll push it in. If you run into it earlier, it might not work. So just wait for that yellow diamond to come up before you bump into it. Go through the dialogue and hit skip. Wait for her to run inside. And once she comes out, you can hit the skip key again. Then you're going to go into a fight here. I recommend just switching the Electro Sword and use your skill. Press E and then use your skill. It's going to teach you how to use discharge abilities here. You're going to kind of wait for that. And once it does that, you're going to discharge. I don't recommend you using this ability on the physical daggers because the cooldown is very long. I think it's 45 seconds. And you kind of want to save it for this part here. Okay, I kind of messed that up because I won't be able to upgrade, but it's not a big deal. Consider it in combat. It's okay. Just close it and then use your ability. Use whatever it takes to kill this guy. You can dodge and get discharged. That's cool, but otherwise just beat him down. Like so. And then after you're done, head back into the hut to go talk to Shirley. Hit the skip button. And wait past the gates for Shirley to come over for you to go into another dialogue. Skip this dialogue and then she's gonna run off the cliff. I think you have to wait actually at this cliff here first, so don't jump off just quite yet. You come here, talk to her one more time on the edge of the cliff. And then she's gonna jump off here and you follow through. You go to talk to her again. Right over here on the side. Hit the skip key and watch her surf away. And then on the right side here, you're going to want to go and get this gold nucleus. It's going to be right over here. You're going to jump. You can land on it. Oh, if you miss it, you can always just climb up and do some aerial dashes to get to it. Like that. Just head to where she is and you'll activate another mini cutscene. After you're done with this point here, it's going to teach you how to use the jetpack. After you talk to Shirley, my bad. Talk to Shirley, hit the skip. And then it's going to teach you up in front to use your booster. On keyboard, it's going to be the number 2. Exit out and hit number 2. And then you're going to spam your left mouse button to do a dive attack onto the shroom. And I recommend you waiting here on this ledge here until it teaches you how to do the guide prompt. and then jump for this nucleus here. If you miss the jump, you can jump on this little red canister and onto the bridge. And once you grab that one, you're going to move forward. You're going to want to grab that black nucleus ball just so you can get that 20 universal currency for an extra Nemesis summon later. Here, you can use your jetpack, or you can just go across the river. It doesn't really matter. And once you get here, it's going to give you another cutscene to show you guys the towers, the Omnium Towers. You can hit skip. And you're going to head up the ramp. And go on either side, left or right, whichever one has the board down. If it doesn't have like the lift down, you're just going to wait for the first one that does. We have it on the right side here. So we're going to climb over here. And once you're here, it's going to unlock the map. You can hit the skip key again here. Skip again. And once this happens, I would wait for the map to kind of fully unravel for Scrapper to talk. Otherwise, it's going to show you the map again. So just give it a little bit of patience there. Talk to Scrapper one more time. And hit the skip key. And here it's going to kind of teach you about gliding. A little mini cutscene of you jumping off. Press your jetpack. Then you're going to glide forward, and above this river, there's going to be another gold summon. So you can like let go of your glider a little bit. You can see on your map, but just fall into it, take it slow, then head on down. You can use a plunge attack if you want again to get over here. You're going to head over to that dome. You can get to it wherever way you want, whether it's plunge attacking, dashing, running, whatever it is. You're going to hit the skip key on the top right again, skip the cutscene, and you're going to kill all the enemies present. So use that button there, use this button. Sometimes you can get lucky and get really good discharge to kill them all really quickly, and sometimes you just gotta beat them down for a couple seconds. Once you're done killing everybody off, you'll go and find the Scrapper again. He'll talk to you, and you'll learn how to summon here. This can technically be the end of the reroll if you want to be able to get, I believe, like 12 or 13 Nemesis summons. I'll do a short pause to show you guys how many summons you can get. But here, after you go to the top right interface, you're going to summon here. This is a bit of a scripted summon. Everybody gets Echo, so you can't get an SSR here. Once you get this, you're going to hit return, back out, and you're going to spam that escape key. Okay. Spam that escape key if you can. And otherwise, if you can't back out because you're on mobile or something, you can easily just go through the prompt. It's going to teach you about simulacra. But if you guys stop here, you guys can technically teleport out to avoid the other tutorials. Once you teleport out, it won't teach you how to equip weapons or teach you how to equip simulacra and black nucleus summons, all that stuff. From here, I'm going to show you guys very briefly what you guys can obtain, just stopping at this point if you wanted to, and then we'll show you guys the rest of the extended reroll process. So if you want to stop here, you're just going to go to the rewards section of the gift box on the top right, and you'll get your 10 nucleus and your special Rubik's Cube mount. You can claim this for your extra 1 gold nucleus, and you're going to claim all of these milestone rewards, where if you do it early, it's going to teach you how to use black nucleus, but skip that, just come back in, grab all these extra summons, and then you're going to go over to the side-by-side too. This is where you go and get your red nucleus or your Nemesis limited banner summons. Then you're going to want to go to your rewards tab, go to your level pack, get your 50 dark crystals, then go to the follow us tab and hit the join now for Facebook. You don't have to do anything other than open that up. As soon as you open it up, it'll send you a mail for extra crystals. Here, you're going to want to go to the exchange tab and go type I love TOF for 1 extra gold nucleus. You can also get a black nucleus by using TOF666 and TOF888. I believe it's TOF888 that gives you that, but that's about it for that there. This doesn't matter at all. You can't get any other rewards, so you can skip that part. But if you go to the mail here, you'll see that we have our gold nucleus and we have our 100 dark crystals from the follow us of the Facebook tab. And now if you come over to the shop, this is not necessary, but I like to do this. If you go to the shop, you'll see here we have 720 dark crystals, and we'll be able to pick four red nucleus summons here. So in total, at this point, if you guys want to stop rerolling, you'll have 25 gold nucleus summons and 11 black nucleus summons, as well as 14 red nucleus summons. But if you want to continue on with the reroll, you'll get a couple more summons for a short amount of time. What you want to do is teleport back to the Omnium Tower in Astra, and you're going to want to head over towards this area right in front of the tower. You can also tell because there's that blue little plant here, and once you get to this hut, there will be a black nucleus sphere here of the type 1 supply pod. You're going to want to open that up, and you're going to want to use your jetpack around this tree. You don't have to get that black nucleus. If you want to get it, you can. I personally don't like using black nucleus summons on reroll. You're going to pick up this little blue ball using your interaction key, F on keyboard once again, and throw it inside the plant. That will eat it and pop out a gold nucleus summon. You're going to head over to the right side where there's this bridge. You can see right over here on the right. And you're going to open this black nucleus summon as well too to get 20 more dark crystals. You're going to head up and run across this ridge. You can pick up as many black nucleus summons as you want, but these are the ones that I like to pick up to kind of streamline it, because black nucleus summons have a very, very low chance to get an SSR that I don't really feel like it's worth it. But once you come off that ridge, you're just going to want to jump down and head over to this big, big tower. Once you get to this tower, you're going to head over to this little ring, then wall climb up here. You can use the little trick to dismount, double jump, then press the forward key again to climb up to not use stamina. But otherwise, you can just use stamina normally. I don't think it matters. I don't think you'll run out of stamina. If you do have a jetpack charge, you're going to want to jetpack up the center and grab this gold nucleus summon and head over to this gold sphere. Now, if you don't have a jetpack charge, what you can do is simply climb up here, double jump, double jump, double jump, and then climb up on this part here and grab this summon. And then after you grab that one, you can climb up this little inner side a little bit and then dash off and use your jetpack to grab that other floating summon. Now here, we're going to need to have to do one multi real quick to be able to get a flame weapon. Just do a multi of any banner and hit skip. You're going to get this composite bow, which is a fire bow. You're going to want to hit N, but if you're not on PC, you can talk on the top right and then go to weapons and switch one of your weapons. It doesn't really matter which one you switch to. I like to switch my R out. Then you're going to want to go and do the arrow. You can do it point blank if you want, but I like to do it at top because while it's melting, the tar pit is melting, I like to plunge attack towards it. Grab that gold summon there in the little tar cave. Then you're going to want to head over topside towards the water and head over to where this like little U-shaped hole is. And down below, you're going to have another tar pit. You're going to want to burn that down and you'll get another gold nucleus here. Once you get that other gold nucleus, you can come down over to this little rock formation pillar, and that will have another gold nucleus there. And the island over here will have another gold nucleus. Once again, if you guys don't want to do these extra steps and you just want to do that shorter version of the reroll, you definitely can. You get 14 out of the 17 Nemesis summons. Doing this extra bit does add on probably an extra like 5 to 10 minutes. I would say 5 to 7 minutes. I'm not too sure. You guys can time it yourselves. And you're going to burn this with tar. You're gonna burn that tar down with fire. Grab that gold nucleus summon. If you have a jetpack charge, you can use it, or you guys can just jump or swim. But I like to use the jetpack so that I don't have to be in the water, because being in the water is a little bit slow. And as you can see here, there's somebody already on top, waiting for that gold nucleus summon. And once you're here, you're going to climb upwards and open this up. And that's going to be the entire reroll process for all the summons. Except right here, you'll see on the exploration progress, you're getting another black nucleus. And once you open all these, you get also another 200 dark crystals, which can be used for the remainder of the Nemesis summons. We'll be buying 3 more here, and you'll see our total count at the end. Now, it was 22 gold nucleus plus the 10 that we used earlier. 15 black nucleus, and for this one, 17 red nucleus. From here, it doesn't matter what you do, whether it's singles or multis, you can do whatever you want. Just remember, at 30 gold nucleus summons, you are guaranteed an SSR. And so from there, you can kind of decide what SSR you want to start off with. But if you do somehow end up getting a Nemesis count, I highly recommend you guys just start off with that. No matter what your SSR you start off with, Nemesis is going to be more valuable because it is a limited time summon that has its own special banner. It will appear on the standard banner about 2 banners after the limited banner happens. This happens with every limited character. It goes on to standard, but it is going to be a RNG chance, no rate up chance to be able to get that character at that point there. And Nemesis is absolutely one of the top tier characters. I personally don't like doing the Black Nucleus summons because the chance is so low to get an SSR that I don't want to hit that button 5 additional times. But let's see here what we get on this Nemesis summon. We get absolutely nothing, but who knows? Maybe on these 7 singles we might end up getting Nemesis. And that's it for the reroll guide. Just remember that it takes about 15 minutes to do the shortened version and 20 minutes to do the full extended route. If you guys are looking to just reroll for Nemesis, I would probably do the shortened route. But if you are doing the shortened route, I would pick up 2 black nucleus spheres so you can get 40 more dark crystals, so you can get an extra single summon, so you can get 15 Nemesis summons on the short route. And if you guys want to do the full route, I would recommend that for those that are looking to settle for any double SSR account, or maybe just a single SSR of an SSR they really wanted to begin with. And also remember that on a 17 summon reroll, it does give you about a 5% chance to get Nemesis on that roll. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment down below what you guys started Tower Fantasy with. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe for more Tower Fantasy guides and content. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/KLMPie to get live advice and live gameplay. And join our Discord to be part of our Tower Fantasy community. And follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.